Before we talk about UV Safety Awareness Month, which in the intro I believe I said it was week, it is actually July is International UV Safety Awareness Month. But I just wanted to mention that I did speed up this first part of the video rather a lot because, excuse me, I was just doing the correction tape and taping down the sheet of notepad paper and then putting down the days of the week and the dates, the numbers for the dates. So I didn't think that was something you wanted to spend a whole lot of time looking at, so I sped that up quite a bit. And here we go. I am going to read to you today from nationaltoday.com, my favorite website. And again, we're talking about UV Safety Awareness Month, which is July. UV Safety Awareness Month is celebrated every July when most of us are gearing up to enjoy the warmer days outside. Picnics, outdoor sports, the pool, the beach, relaxing with a drink in your hand and the breeze in your hair. Sound cool? It sure is. What isn't cool is skin and eye damage caused by excessive exposure to the sun's UV rays. I haven't been able to get out and enjoy the warmth and the sun and the vitamin D. I am having a really difficult time physically, which is causing me to have a bit of a hard time mentally. I don't know. I just wanted to mention that because I feel like maybe you might be able to hear it in my voice that I'm just not as chipper as I usually am, even though I'm usually really good at hiding my pain. Okay, back to nationaltoday.com. History of UV Safety Awareness Month. UV Safety Awareness Month is held during summer when most of us spend more time outside, making the most of the warmer weather. The longer your exposure, however, the greater your risk of sun damage if you're not protected. The sun emits radiation in the form of ultraviolet or UV light, which is classified into 3 types: UVA, UVB, and UVC. The ozone layer protects the Earth's stratosphere and blocks the most damaging UVC light, but UVB and UVA light pass through it. UVC radiation can come from artificial sources such as sun lamps or tanning beds. The Global Solar UV Index, or UVI, describes the level of solar UV radiation at the Earth's surface. The higher the index value, the greater the potential for damage to the skin and eyes. Radiation from UV light is invisible, but is always present during the day even when you can't see or feel the sun. These rays can be harmful to our skin and eyes. Aside from wrinkles and sunburn, exposure is associated with the development of skin cancer. Our eyes can be affected by cataracts, cornea damage, and vision loss if left unprotected in the long term. The sun is at its peak between 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Head indoors or under shade during these hours. If you stay outside longer for work or play, sunscreen with a high SPF of at least 30, a broad-brimmed hat, sunglasses, and breathable clothing that covers you up can offer the most protection. UV rays can pass through clouds. They also reflect off of surfaces like sand, snow, cement, and water. That's why sun protection is important in any season all year round. Next on nationaltoday.com, we have UV Safety Awareness Month frequently asked questions. There are 3 of them. Number 1, is all sun exposure bad? UV rays from the sun stimulate the production of vitamin D in our bodies, which helps them to absorb calcium. It also strengthens the immune system. You can have too much of a good thing, so limit your exposure, and when you do, be smart and protect yourself. Number 2, does a higher SPF mean higher protection against UV rays? The CDC recommends the use of a broad-spectrum sunscreen with a minimum of sun protection factor, or SPF, 15, before heading outside for daily activities. An SPF of 30 to 50 for when spending longer time outdoors is enough. Number 3, does makeup with SPF work? Even makeup with a high SPF alone isn't enough to protect your skin. Apply a standalone sunscreen as part of your daily skin routine. Now we have how to observe UV Safety Awareness Month. Number 1, head to the water. Beat the heat with a dip in the pool or a swim in the ocean. An impromptu garden hose shower can be delightful. Just be sure to avoid the sun during peak hours and reapply sunscreen afterward if you'll be spending more time outdoors. Number 2, wear a fun hat. Sun protection and fashion can go hand in hand. Play with colors, prints, and unexpected shapes. Choose one with a wide all-around brim for the best coverage. Number 3, propose a toast. Remember, kicking back with a drink in hand and the breeze in your hair we mentioned earlier? Do it, but in the shade, of course. Gather your friends for some drinks, non-alcoholic or otherwise, they all count, and raise a glass to congratulate yourselves on enjoying the summer sun sensibly. Now we have 5 things to know to stay sun safe. Number 1, SPF stands for Sun Protection Factor. The SPF number tells you how long the sun's UV rays would take to darken your skin versus the amount of time without any sunscreen. Number 2, use a broad spectrum sunscreen. This means it can protect you from both UVA rays that cause sunburn and UVB rays that cause skin damage like skin aging. Number 3, not all sunglasses are created equal. Wraparound or oversized styles offer more protection, but make sure they block 99 to 100% of UV rays. Number 4, UPF clothing can be expensive. Clothes labeled with ultraviolet protection factor, or UPF, provide a level of certainty, but common fabrics like cotton and denim that cover most of your body can offer some protection as well. Number 5, some clothing colors can provide UV protection. Darker and more vivid colors absorb more UV than pale colors, making them less likely to reach your skin. And finally, on nationaltoday.com, why UV Safety Awareness Month is important. Number 1, it reminds us that unprotected sun exposure can also affect our eyes. We immediately associate skin cancer as a negative effect of excessive sun exposure, but our eyes can suffer damage too. Number 2, it helps us to be mindful of something we take for granted. The sun has been our planet's source of energy since time began. It brings us light, but it can also cause serious harm if we don't protect ourselves. And last, it highlights that sun protection is important all year round. Summer is not the only time we need sunscreen or sunglasses. We need to protect our skin and eyes from sun damage every day of the year. And that's everything that we have from nationaltoday.com. Looking at my spread, I am doing the finishing touches of the Girl Boss Anna ink tapes. I chose 3 of the tapes from the linen collection. As you know, I always like to lay them down and then make a decision about where I want them. So I sped this part up too because I basically just turned them around and made them into a staggered line, basically. And now I am just taking some of the circle shapes from the Solstice sticker book to pull in some of the colors that aren't in the linen collection, like the more yellow and orangey type colors. I just put the circles in front of them to make them like bullet points, and then I'll put my things to do down in the ink tapes. And now, of course, my VB pen sticker. I am just going to place a couple of more deco stickers that tree down there at the bottom, and then I'm done. And Max came back to say hi a little bit there. Why don't you let me know down below if you enjoyed this video. What was your favorite part? My favorite part of this spread is the clear tape that I use, like, you know, like washi. It's so pretty. I just absolutely love it. I love the colors. And stay safe out there. This video is coming out late because, again, I've had a rough time of it lately, but I'll get better soon. Happy Independence Day. All done. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked, please leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. As always, stay inspired. Bye.